Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction and it helps support the channel. Thank you. Loneliness in an open marriage. My wife and I were monogamously married for 8 years. After doing individual therapy for over 2 years, I decided to open up our marriage last year for reasons I don't wish to get into at this point. While this change was initially very tough for my wife, she eventually found her path to opening up, and is now in a great place with dating other people. She has mentioned several times about how grateful she is to me for opening up her world to love. However, I've been trying hard to find other partners, but it's proving incredibly difficult. I live in India, a country where concepts like polyamory are largely looked down upon with judgment or indifference. While I am genuinely happy for my wife for finding other partners, I am also battling the debilitating sadness and loneliness that ensues from this new imbalance in my marriage. I know the usual advice about finding solo activities that bring me joy, but being a fundamentally social creature, trying to find social hobbies feels hollow. I have friends that I meet now and then, but what I crave is companionship. I have tried random group activities to meet new people, but nothing has resulted in meaningful connections. Dating apps are just awful, and trying to chat up folks at bars does not work because there is an expectation that I'd be single. I am very clear on my values that I do not want to lie or deceive anyone. I want to be upfront about my marital status, and I do this gently and politely, but it puts off anyone I try to strike up a conversation with. On one hand, I don't regret opening up the marriage because I deeply believe that romantic love shouldn't have to conform to arbitrary societal restrictions. I am also a genuine connoisseur of the hand-holdings in its various forms and flavors, not just someone who's addicted to those kind of videos. All my early adult life, I was denied the opportunity to explore my desires due to conservative cultural reasons, which has left scarring voids that I am now trying to fill. But on the other hand, my choice have now left me with this crushing loneliness and grief that leaves me shattered at the end of every day. My wife is my only family. Parents have abandoned me, and I deeply love her. I wish to stay married to her till death do us part. I asked ChatGPT about this, and I suggested ChatGPT about this, and it suggested reaching out to online communities for advice and support. That is why I'm writing this on this forum. I don't ever post on Reddit, but my loneliness has led me to this community to seek help. How do I make new connections that might result in future partnership or companionship? How can I build online first or international connections that could turn into trusted friendships that build intimacy over time? Or even lead to introductions or travel-based meetings? What else can I do to get out of my lonely headspace? I am in a particularly delicate place mentally, so please approach your responses with compassion and grace. I hold no ill will towards anyone or anything. I come from a place of kindness and empathy. Thank you for reading. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, going to Reddit for this kind of advice was probably not the best idea, but the way it kind of sounds like is you wanted to do something with your wife, and your wife happens to be a little more fortunate when it comes to that and all. Hopefully you have better luck, but if you're going to wind up going to Reddit to seek advice, I don't really think you're making the best decisions in some of these manners. Am I the a-hole for yelling and cussing at a girl, a massive reality check, and making her cry? So there's this girl in my school. I'm 17, named this person. Yes, that's her real name. It's a double name, and I'm not hiding it because I know she's on Reddit and she'll probably read this. Okay, bad move for you, dude. Very much not liking you from the get-go. Okay, this person plays this exhausting game where she straight up refuses to eat. I'm not talking about missing a snack or skipping lunch. No, she goes literal days without eating, or survives on 300 calories, and then turns around and whines about how her hair is falling out, how she is so pale, so tired, so weak. It's nonstop. And I've felt bad for the first few times, but this has been going on for almost a year. Every time we try to help her and tell her to eat, she either starts crying or accuses us of attacking her. People have offered her food real meals and she refuses them. She'll say, "Oh, you're trying to make me fat," or pull the "I'm autistic" card like she explains everything. And before you come at me, you're being insensitive. Let me stop you right there. We have been sensitive. We've bent over backwards to be supportive. We've told teachers, counselors, everyone, nothing changes. At this point, it is beyond tiring, it is manipulative, and everyone knows it. So, anyways, last week, she's at it again, crying to my close friend, Mimi, the 16F fake name. Ah, yes, you know, because the wonderful, most appropriate way to win a crowd is to name and shame somebody with their actual name, but then everybody else in your little story that you're having put together here is going to be fake name. Yeah, that totally makes frickin' sense. For anybody that hasn't picked up on it, I already don't like this little dude. About her hair falling out, acting like this isn't entirely her own doing. You could see on Mimi's face that she was done. And honestly, so was I. I snapped and said, "Girl, you need to eat something." She hits back with, "I don't want to eat," and I just unloaded. "Then stop complaining and moaning about your freaking hair falling out. And you know exactly why this is happening. I'm not going to baby you anymore." Mimi looked at me, and then her, and said, "Yeah, I agree. You've been doing this for over a year, and know that what you're doing." When this person started with the whole "I don't mean to upset anyone" routine, stammering and obviously about to cry, and I had it. I said, redacted, "You always freaking do this. You starve yourself, then cry about the consequences while you don't know what's going on. It's not an accident. It's attention Wing. It's pathetic. It's not quirky. It's not deep. And it sure as heck isn't funny. I know you're autistic. I know that you like to use your autism as an excuse to do this to people. Do not pull the freaking autism card. You're screwed up in your body for what? So people feel sorry about you? Nobody does anymore. We are done. Grow the F up and take care of yourself or shut up about it." She started crying right there. Mimi jumped in and said, "Nobody feels bad for you anymore. You're doing this to yourself. Get your butt up and freaking eat." She sobbed. "I don't know how to eat. It's so hard for me to eat." For a second, I felt bad. But then I remembered that this isn't new. This has been months of the same thing. I looked her dead in the eye and said, I know damn well you know how to eat. I don't know why you love playing this sick little game, but it's not cute. It's not endearing. Nobody is amused. We are all fed up. No, so what is it? What the heck are you so afraid of when it comes to eating? She ran off crying, left school early, and that was Monday. It's Friday now, and she hasn't been back since. Mimi says that she needed to wake-up call, but maybe I went too far. So first off, like I said before, you blasted her full name into the story, but at the same time, your friend who you like, you're going to have them put a fake name. Yeah, you know, because that makes sense. And also on top of that, there's a lot of these kind of scenarios where you don't actually know what's going on with the person's life at home. There could be something bad going on. There could be some kind of external factor that they're not being vocal about. That could be a reason why they don't want to eat or something of the sort. But yeah, no, just kind of trying to give them a reality check when they're being stressed out and everything. Yeah, way to go, dude. My boyfriend's girl best friend ruined our relationship. Or did I? Hi, lovelies. I need some advice. I know this sounds cliche, but I feel like my boyfriend's girl best friend wanted me out of the picture, and it worked. I, 21F, was dating Steve, 26M, for almost 1 year. We met during the virus, so I didn't meet any of his friends at first. Eventually, I was introduced to his best friend, Sabrina, 26F. They had known each other since high school, and she was his first love. They even lost their virginity to each other and made a silly, if we are single by 30 marriage pact. Steve told me all of this before we met, and though it bugged me a little, I chalked it up to young love. We met up with Sabrina and her new boyfriend, Maddie, 28M. She was fun, outgoing, and honestly super likable. I saw why Steve kept her in his life. She made me feel welcome and even offered us a ride home after dinner. She continued hanging out that night, and she seemed to give Steve a thumbs up about me. I thought she might become my friend too. Weeks later, Maddie left for work in another city, and Sabrina mentioned feeling lonely. One night, when I had friends over, mostly male, I invited Sabrina as well. She came, drank, and got hit on by one of my guy friends, which Steve helped defuse. I got pretty drunk and ended up fighting with Steve, which Sabrina witnessed. When I was alone with her, I opened about a lot, probably too much. I told her that I struggled with Steve's past with her, that I found it hard to trust female friends, and that I had cheated on Steve before. I also confessed a dark moment from before Steve and I were official, doing things and doing this with multiple guys, one of whom was at our place that night. I told her not to say anything. Steve already knew parts of it, but didn't want it and talked about. She said that she understood and promised to help everything between us, or keep everything between us. But I'm 90% sure that she told him everything when they went to pick up pizza. When they returned, Steve went cold. That night, she got drunk, and Steve wouldn't let her drive. He told her to sleep in the bed with me while he took the couch. The next day seemed normal. Weeks passed without Steve mentioning that night, and then Steve got injured at work. He couldn't reach me. My phone was in my locker, so he called Sabrina, who picked him up and brought him home. When I got back, he exploded. All of the things that I told Sabrina came out. He said that he couldn't trust me, that I wasn't there for him when he needed me most, and decided that he needed space. The next day, Sabrina came to help him move out. I texted her, accusing her of ruining my life. What? Was this her plan? Was she never over him? Did she pretend to be my friend just to get close enough to sabotage our relationship? Steve has blocked me, and so has she. I've blocked them both too. But I'm heartbroken and confused. Reddit, do you think there's any way that I can get them back? Or did I sabotage everything myself? I was 21 when this happened to me, which was in 21. I'm now 25, and my ex is 31. I ran to him yesterday, and felt like if Sabrina never got involved, we would have been married by now. I have read all the comments. I want to clear something up. I cheated, yes, but I felt extremely insecure when he started talking to his ex, and when I got to meet her. She turned out to be the opposite of what I was expecting. I thought that I would be able to hate her. I know it was immature of me to cheat and blame her. I should have kept my mouth shut. She is his friend at the end of the day. When I saw him last week, all of the emotions came flooding back. I know I need to go to therapy, and I figured out why I couldn't blame myself. I understand what I have done wrong, and Sabrina was not in the wrong. I hope you all understand. I was extremely hurt and wanted a bad guy for my relationship ending. Clearly there was no bad guy. I was the bad person in the relationship. I would like to think Sabrina ended my relationship, but I did. I need to stop looking at their social media and to move on from this, even though it's hard. Thank you to everyone for hitting me with the harsh truth. I will learn to keep my mouth shut and legs closed. I don't think I'll ever understand the mentality of anybody who decides to cheat. Like, seriously, if you don't want to be caught cheating, just don't get in a relationship. It's not that hard. I don't know why people think, oh yeah, I'm with this person who I very much love and I want to spend the rest of my life with. But that person's over there and they have a nice face. But, you know, congratulations on screwing up yourself and your own friend group. And yeah, they're very much going to be happier without you. I can guarantee you that. Am I the a-hole for trying to dance with my 52M daughter 28F at her wedding? So, my daughter, who we will call Jane 28F, and I have always had a rocky relationship. I wasn't the greatest father, and I've recognized that now, but I've changed. I know everyone talks bad on religion-based treatments, but I know I'm saved now, and no one can tell me different. I was in a car accident where I lost a lot of feeling in my legs. After that, I swear I was reborn as a new man, then promised that I would do better, but after everybody else's reaction, I'm starting to feel like maybe I did do something wrong. My daughter's wedding was this past weekend, and she and her brother walk her down the aisle, which I was fine with because, I mean, I wasn't really there for her as a kid, so why would I give her away? I found out from my wife/her mom that she still planned on having a father-daughter dance at her reception, but have her father-in-law dance with her instead of me. I figured she didn't ask me because, while I can walk, I can't walk far and I'm super unbalanced. So, with the help of my wife, I worked on strengthening my legs in secret so I could surprise her at her wedding and dance with her. Fast forward to the reception, and they announced that it's time for the dance. I roll my wheelchair to the edge of the group, circling her, stand up, and started walking towards her. Everyone in the room started talking and clapping around me as I made my way across the dance floor, and honestly, I was feeling really good about this until I made it like 6 feet away from her. She started shaking her head and frowning at me, but I kept walking anyways. She started shouting no and telling me to sit down, but I just couldn't believe that she was saying this, so I shouted back that I was coming to dance with her as her father. She acted all irritated and said that she'd dance with me later, but now it's father-in-law's turn. I couldn't accept that, so I got closer and reached out for her hand, hoping that she'd recognize that I was doing this for her, when father-in-law reached out and blocked me from her by putting his hand on my chest. So then this is where I might have screwed up. I told him to go back the F up and screw off. Our argument got pretty heated before some people stepped in to separate us. She told me to leave, and I said, if that's what you really want, and she said yes, so I did. I'm really struggling with this because I got a lot of dirty looks, and even my son yelled at me. She said that I was really selfish of me to try to dance with her at all. I'm trying to do better and listen to my kids, so maybe you all can tell me, am I the a-hole? Edit. Okay, I'm the a-hole. I clearly have my work cut out for me. I think I'll apologize to her, but I don't know what is the best way. I think she has me blocked now, and I know that she's threatening to block her mom. She's also upset that our relationship is a mess. I'm between calling my son and asking him to set up some kind of meeting, or going by her place and hoping that she'll hear me out. I don't want to risk my wife asking and getting into more bad stuff because of this. So let me get this straight. When your daughter was in the middle of getting married or had just gotten married at the reception, you wanted to do something that with somebody that you already knew that you had a rocky relationship with, and even though they were telling you, no, I'll get to you later, don't worry, or something like that, you just completely ignored it and then tried grabbing your daughter at her wedding. What the heck? But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. And I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!